Today I'm going to be making a video on Boolean, the Boolean logic game by Syntrix. We're going to create a new world. This is just going to explain the basics of Boolean logic. Then we let create. This is our world. It's more of a deep dive on this game rather than any main game, or any actual way the thing would work. We start by displaying what each thing does by showing off these circuits. I can show you the input systems, any gates I have, or any other little things. Then I can also put down I can put down just the lights. Okay, so this system, or not system, this is all the pieces in the game. These pieces here are the wires. They don't do anything to circuit unlike these, but they allow for things to be traveling along. So if you take this from here and this to here, you can link it across this area. The next thing are these two. These are buttons and technically switches. This is a switch, this is a button. So if you want to do that, if you want to use these in an order, you can take your previous wire, you can turn it on. So the button is on for a certain amount of time, but then turns off after a little bit. The switch stays on until you turn it off again. And then we have we're actually going to do lights first. We have our lights. These are your displays in the game. And what you can do with them is, say you wanted to link something like this. Well, now that you have a switch and all of that, you can link all these together. It will turn on and off depending on if it's powered or not. You can use that to display some really crazy things. Finally, we have our 5 miscellaneous objects. They're not all miscellaneous. Those would be together, but then these 3 would be completely miscellaneous. So first, I'm going to show off this one way. This one way allows things to be powered one way. So if you have it powered from this side, it will go all the way through. If you have it powered from the other side, it will only go to the one way and won't come back. This is used often in OR gates, which we'll get into in a different video, or at least later in this video. I don't know. Then we have a NOT gate, which is just the first gate that I'm showing off. I'm showing off the pieces. So whenever the output is off, it turns it on. And whenever the output is on, it turns it off. It reverses the signal. So if it's a 1, then the output's a 0. If it's a 0, then the output's a 1. So if this is a 1, then this is a 0. And if this is a 1, then this is a 0. And then we have these 3, which these wouldn't really exist in real life. You'd have to make a different way for it. But in the game, these do, so I'll show them off. This is a randomizer. It will take an input, It will change your output. It will sometimes be on, sometimes be off. It's random, but for some reason it's only being off right now. Okay, yeah, it seems to have, it's supposed to be an equal chance, but I guess it's not right now. I don't know why it's doing that. So yeah, well, it's equal, but I guess most of the time it's off. I don't know. Then we have this system. This is a delay. So if you right click it, it will change how long the delay is for the thing to be outputted. So if you do this, you turn it off, it will stay on for a while. If you do that, now it will go pretty quickly. This isn't a one way. This will allow it to go either way. If you power it on either side, it will do the output. You have to have a specific one-way gate, preferably after, to only allow it to go one way. Finally, we have the sign. Now, the sign actually doesn't do much. But if you left click on it, you can type something. So if you're making something, you need to remember what you're doing. You can say you can say whatever you want on it. Then you can press save. It will be there. So if you leave and then you come back to it, it will say hi, and you'll be like, okay, so this is this. Or in certain cases, you could say output A, and that would be that. So that is all the pieces in the game. The first space is this thing that allows you to highlight stuff. You can highlight one thing, you can highlight two things more, and this allows you to move one thing specifically. So if you take, so these are components. If you make something you like, uh, I like this. This is a good component, which doesn't do anything right now. Uh, there. Yeah, so say you want to save this. Well, you highlight it with the first box, highlight it with number one, press create, and enter your name. And then you save it. If you scroll down to where it'd be, it would say the name. Although it wouldn't display the entire thing for some reason. I assume that's just a visual glitch, but it's worse. So if you place it down, you'll see it's the exact same thing you got. And also, this is the more preferable version. But if you don't want to actually save it, you can press this duplicate selection, and if you just place it down, it'll be there. But this sometimes just blocks all of these up from doing anything, so I would say instead just do this. And that will be all for this video.